everybody. I hope this is on the right channel. I'm going to quick check. I'm FlamboJambo, joined here with RektCactus here on the cast. Welcome to Aurora Esports Grand Finals for Pokemon. I'm just making sure we're live before I keep talking. Let me check. Yes, we are. Oh my goodness. Incredible. Let me update that. Okay, Derek, I'm just gonna say Derek because I'm used to saying Derek.
Yeah.
What are you excited for between the I can't say their name, and the Charlemagne Chandelure?
Well, we have two pretty good players right here, so we're gonna see a lot of insane reads coming in. So it's gonna be a lot of predictions that we'll have to go through. There's gonna be some main stars in both of their teams that I will mention once the match starts, and it'll be a great time.
I agree 100%. Both these players, again, very good at Pokemon. Um, both know what they are doing. Oh, crap. Hang on. Do we see this on stream? No, we do not. Wait, do we? No, we don't. Okay. Let me, crap. Let me try this. I will go here. Okay, we're good.
Oh boy.
Okay, so looking at these two teams, Derek, do you see them both? Yep. Do you have a link?
I do not have a link.
Okay, let me send you the link. We're so sorry this is scuffed, everybody. This is very last minute. But we do see both teams coming in here. Again, I expect from the Kitsune, I expect a lot of Trick Room, and a lot of Aurora Veil. And what do you expect from Whalefish here? As immediately a substitute comes out.
Immediately subs out. Yeah. Slowking comes in as a great starting pick with Regenerator. Skull goes out to Melmetal, pretty much just fishing for a burn. Melmetal brings out a substitute in case of that burn specifically. Looks like Willfish predicted this was going to be the outcome. And Nuttier does a chilly reception.
Yeah, so that does set up that snow, right? To allow that Aurora Veil to come in
Yeah.
for
The slow pivot.
yeah, for Nuttier here. But do you think they maybe even just go straight to Arctazult, right? They have that Slush Rush ability, allowing them to move faster. No, they in fact go to Mega Gyarados. Of course, that Intimidate will not get value as Melmetal is behind that substitute. But why do you suppose they went straight to Gyarados here?
I am not quite sure about that one. Gyarados gets the move Temper Flare, which could be a play in this book. There's no setting up here, I don't think, because of the substitute. Oh, he pivots straight back out.
Oh, okay. So maybe trying to pull a bit of a bait here again. Has that regenerator ability on that Slowking, so will forces the show of the Thunder Punch, right? So now he's able to swap back in the Arctazult. Maybe Whalefish expecting another swap back into that Gyarados or other, right? So now that Arctazult able to just eat that Thunder Punch. Nuttier gets that information, knows that that's being run on the Whalefish's team, so it has to be wary of that. If they send back out that Gyarados.
Yeah.
Also, I do apologize. I do have the Calc Dex on the side here. We can ignore 90% of this chat. This is just to help me when I play, but it does show a couple of cool little nifty items here. As the double Iron Bash does come through, takes about 60% of that Arctazolt's HP bar. The Icicle Spear will get rid of the substitute, though, so Whalefish no longer has that protective bubble, as we will see the swap into the Rotom as Bolt Break coming through will cause that, about a third of the HP of the Rotom Heat to be
Rotom
lost.
will be looking to slow pivot out again here, just like the Slowking does. They have a very similar job. Rotom is Whalefish's main source of hazard removal, though, so he does not want to take too much damage on this guy. Rotom, I believe, will outspeed Arctazult without Snow, so it is a good play by Whalefish here. He'll get a free, overheat or Volt Switch out. And here comes the slow pivot from the Volt Switch. Yep.
Yeah, and I believe there's no ground types that Nuttier has brought in today, correct? So Volt Switch should always be kind of a free pivot. Not sure if that Rotom is bringing Choice Scarf. I know it is kind of common because of that. Uh, so again, with no ground type, it's gonna be very difficult for Nuttier to kind of play around those electric moves with that, Thunder Punch and potential volt switch from that Rotom, as we see another substitute setup here coming from the Melmetal, but this time the Intimidate will connect from the Gyarados, decreasing the attack with Intimidate.
Still not a great. Well, it is a good move by Nuttier, but the substitute is pretty brutal here for Nuttier still. The substitute tech is working out well. Nuttier is probably gonna look to just immediately. Well, he might slow pivot out. Slow King should live this, but he already has Snow out, so he might not risk.
Yeah, so Slowking does again, just with that Regenerator ability, came back in, was able to just tank another Thunder Punch, essentially just reducing what they already heal every time they swap out. But again, that Rocky Helmet then does that work against the Melmetal, as now we see Tapu Bulu and Arctozolt both swapping in, sets up the grassy terrain here for Whalefish to get a little bit of healing, and if there's Grassy Glide being run on this Bulu, I don't know if it gets it or not, but I believe it also halves damage of ground moves. Are there any other kind of passive things from this grassy terrain?
It only halves damage from Earthquake, so it'll be irrelevant in this matchup.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Ooh, the Will-O-Wisp.
The Will-O-Wisp is huge here. Nutty was trying to predict a swap in here, and the overheat finishes it off. It's a pretty good pick by Whalefish here, although Arctozolt doesn't look to have that many. Arctozolt is really not good in this matchup anyways, so it's not too big of a deal for Nuttier.
You do once again get that information though from Whalefish, right? It is not spec'd, it is not scarfed, right? No choice item on this Rotom.
It's definitely heavy duty boots here because Whalefish's team is really weak to rocks. Oh. So Rotom's main source will be, he has Will-O-Wisp, Overheat, Volt Switch. It'll probably be Defog as the last ability.
Okay.
So Nuttier's main priority will be to try and get rid of this Rotom and then set up rocks.
Okay, we will see the Mega Gyarados come in, starting that Dragon Dance. It will take a lot of damage from this Volt Switch. Actually, quite much less now that they did swap to that Dark type, right, with the Mega. So only super effective, double super effective, not quadra super effective on this Rotom. But now it does open the swap for Whalefish here to swap into whatever they like. But you're taking a lot of damage here in your upcoming turns, allowing that first setup of the Dragon Dance on this Gyarados.
Yeah, but there is no great solution from here. So Volt Switch is a good chip damage, so it was a decent play by Whalefish overall.
And I believe
it's gonna be scary.
I believe that the Shellos, or the Gastrodon has Water Absorb, right, or Storm Drain. So it's
but Gyarados, I think, does get Power Whip, which might be something that's brought in. It would be really risky to bring in Gastrodon here. I think he will probably go out to Tapu Bulu. Gastrodon is also another option here too. What's Metal's at 41%. It'll probably die here to Gyarados. So I'm assuming. Oh, he might.
We do see the Melmetal come in. It does get the healing from leftovers and the grassy terrain. So up to 53%. I think it, like you said, is what, at 44. So not negligible healing here on this Melmetal. Do you think that Gyarados boosted either Waterfall with Stab or whatever else it may be running?
I think it's completely up in the water here. Earthquake would kill it, I think, with that max attack, but I have no clue what his set is.
Oh, the Waterfall doesn't kill. That Thunder Punch though does a ton of damage on the Gyarados, but it's faster. So now it kind of either forces a swap or sack here for Whalefish on this Melmetal. Usually kind of that main big hitter for him on this squad. So if this Gyarados is able to get this pick here, or at least force a swap, or Nuttier could even be greedy, do you think he goes for a second Dragon Dance?
That would be a really big brain move that I do not think will happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So Whalefish opts to just sack the Melmetal. We'll get an open swap here now into this Gyarados. We have not seen a Choice Scarf Pokemon yet. It should still outspeed this Gyarados, correct? It's only around, according to Calcs,
So Gyarados
391
Mega has a
speed.
speed of 287. So pretty much nothing outspeeds this on Willfish's team. So he's gonna take another hit from Gyarados, no matter what way you put it.
Okay. So is this where we find out if Gastrodon has that Storm Drain? As we actually see Tapu Bulu go in, it will
Tapu
still
Bulu's
resist
coming out.
that now ground or
Tapu is best
water
answer to
type.
Gyarados in the first place, I believe.
Okay.
It's really bulky. It's a grass and fairy type, so it's resistant to a lot of stats.
Oh!
Iron Head. Never
But
mind.
the Gyarados brought Iron Head, so that instantly takes out that Tapu Bulu. Again, you're saying maybe he brought Vine or Power Vine or I can't think of the name of the move, but instead brings Iron Head just to deal with that pressure from the Tapu Bulu, expecting it to be brought out against the Gyarados here today.
I did not expect that to kill.
And the Gastrodon isn't running Storm Drain. So the Gyarados will pick up 3 now in this fight already. Again, most of those Pokemon you're assuming to be the counters to this Gyarados.
Gyarados outlives everything and should be able to one-shot everything. I don't know. I don't think... Oh, there is a chance that Tyranitar lives here, I think.
Surely not. Not with a Dragon Dance up, right? Unless it's fully specially bulk.
If it's bulky, it will live. But Willfish's chances are looking very bleak here to D-Dance Gyarados right now.
So what would you expect from this Tyranitar? Oh, it is Mega Tyranitar, so we do know that. So it can't be running live. Yeah. Oh, but the Stone Edge misses. Oh, that's so disastrous.
That's GG.
Yeah, Willfish had to go for that powered up move, hoping it would connect or at least maybe kill a swap, but only 80% accuracy. That's so disastrous, and I believe that might just be GG unless, again...
That's the game, yeah.
Well, I mean, the Chandelure could have Choice Scarf.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, so yeah, Gyarados
it's over.
With a full sweep in this first match here for Nuttier. Gyarados Mega... one setup and that's all she wrote. So with this first match, Derek RektCactus, how do you expect both these players to come into the next one? Any adjustments they may make? Do you think anyone was really expecting this Mega Gyarados to just full sweep Whalefish's roster?
Well, the thing is, Nuttier's 2 sweepers have a really good matchup into Whalefish, as they have with most teams actually. But Gyarados, I wasn't expecting Gyarados. I was expecting Stack Attack tactics pretty much. But 1 D-Dance and it was all she wrote pretty much.
And that Iron Head tech, right? Like you were saying, you expect that Tapu Bulu to be the answer to this Gyarados.
Yeah, I thought that was the wall.
And because Gyarados, for whatever reason, can learn Iron Head, Nuttier was just able to one-shot that main... utility tool that Whalefish has on this roster.
Indeed. I want to do some calcs real quick. Here, let me check. So Ironhead does not kill Tapu Bulu if it's fully defense invested. So he knew for sure that Whalefish was not fully defense invested on Tapu Bulu.
Okay.
It shouldn't have one shot with +1, but yeah, Tapu Bulu has no defense investment, so it just dies. I expect to see some more like berries, more defense investment, Storm Drain on Gastrodon probably.
I wonder what ability it was running. If not Storm Drain. Sand Force?
Sand Force is a strat with Tyranitar to up his damage, but that's like Life Orb Gastrodon strategy. That would have been insane to see, but I don't know for sure. Oh! Nuttier unveiled it to me. Mega Gyarados has Mold Breaker, so it does not care about Gastrodon's ability at all. So it is Storm Drain Gastrodon.
Oh, I see. So maybe the Gastrodon doesn't care about bringing Storm Drain anymore. If I'm Whalefish, maybe I do just run the Sand Force
tactics. That would be too crazy.
But I mean, you know, it's not going to be able to tank this this
It could
water
live like a
movement.
Scald from Slow King or a Pred from that. I don't think Sticky Hole would be worth it against Nutty's team, and Sandforce is asking for way too much, I think.
Interesting. Well, uh, normally this is where production would send us to a break, but I'm not really able to do that. So we're just gonna sit here and chat for a little bit while these two players keep building out their next couple teams coming up here. Um, Again, do you expect the same 6 Pokemon from both of these teams? Do you expect any swaps? What are you thinking here, Derek?
Nuttier has some decent mons in the back. Willfish only has those 6, so it'll just be those 6. Probably the Scarf might be swapped around to Rotom, or there might be some changes coming up here. Maybe Bulu will get like a berry. Melmetal probably did fine this matchup, so it'll be interesting to see what he pulls out. I'm assuming like at least a berry, maybe something else on Rotom Heat, but he still has to be wary of hazards. For Nuttier, I think his team looks pretty good here. He didn't even use
Yeah,
half
half
of
of
it
his
though.
roster. Yeah.
So some things could be swapped. There could be an Eldegoss. Eldegoss is a goat with rapid spin with regenerator. It's so awesome. Um, it's actually not great into his team though. Other than that, there is what is the other Smeargle, which comes with Stone Axe, and Smeargle might come in and set up some wonky hazards. Some yep, here comes
Well,
Smeargle.
yep.
Are you
We
streaming the
we
next match?
yeah. I just sent you the link. So yeah.
Smeargle used Spore. So
Yes, it
Smeargle used
did.
Spore. There is a sleep clause that exists where he can't sleep more than one mon, but he did sleep Melmetal. What does that say? It doesn't say anything because Smeargle just outspeeds Melmetal. Um, but yeah, Melmetal's asleep. Nutier's at a great advantage right now. He might try to set up a hazard here. Memento. So he does Memento to keep momentum here, swap into a good Pokemon, and most likely try to set up. He's bringing out Stack Attacker this time. Oh my god.
Is this where we see the Trick Room set up for the sweep?
It could be Trick Room. It could be Iron Defense. It could just be a straight body press. Who knows with Stack Attacker?
Again,
Um,
this has been Nuttier's best or
bread and
second best.
butter.
This and that Mega Gyarados have been the ones.
He just goes for a straight body press, less risky. Bullfish brings out Gastrodon with the Rocky Helmet, which is a good swap in. Gastrodon knows Earth Power, and since Stack Attacker I think it has a weaker special defense stat, this will be Willfish's answer to Stack Attacker. It'll be interesting to see what Nadir does in this situation.
Do you think he just swaps into a Arctozold or something? And
I think he might just swap. Great answers for Earth Power might be Garrett. He sets up Trick Room. He sets up Trick Room.
So it does mean that Stack Attacker will move first for the rest of the next 5 turns.
Yeah, exactly. He might try to set up a Stack Attacker, or he might swap into well, hail or ice or snow is not up right now, so he could bring out Arctozolt and it will be faster and have great Bulk, but that's not great into Gastrodon. I think he either stays Stack Attacker or he goes into Gyarados here.
So I guess what's the benefit of setting up Trick Room now if you're then going to swap out Stack Attacker? Because wouldn't most of his other Pokemon still outspeed? At least the Gyarados Mega for sure, right?
So he is gonna set up.
Oh!
And there comes the Earth Power. Yeah, Earth Power. Knew it.
It could be the Sand Force Gastrodon.
Sandforce Gastrodon.
I think it has to be, right? Earth Power, at least on the Calc Dex here, only does 50% of that Stack Attacker's health, but with the Sandstorm up, I think it's Sand Force Gastrodon.
Let's see. 0 investment.
And now, Whalefish is benefiting of this Trick Room being up. Again, only one more turn of this Sandstorm before Tyranitar would have to be set back in again, so this Gastrodon can't necessarily
Sloping
sweep.
is probably slower, though. So Sloping will be faster in this setup, most likely, if it's the base or low speed. I'm still trying to figure Stack Attacker.
I think it had to have been.
84%. There was definitely some special attack investment, I believe.
Ooh, Whalefish reading the grass, not swapping in Tapu Bulu. So Tapu Bulu still full HP, gets up that grassy terrain, and now the Gyarados, not quite in that mega form, will take a lot of damage from these rocks, 25%. And Tapu Bulu, once again, just able to send out that substitute as now Leech Seed as well. Iron Head completely tanks it, but now this Gyarados
And
is
Tapu
getting.
Bulu will just keep spamming substitute here pretty much because it's faster right now. And Whalefish is at an advantage here. Eddie will probably look for a swap or he'll be risky and go for a D-dance. I don't think Ironhead goes here. At least it shouldn't unless he didn't have any investment. But there's no, it's not D-danced, so it won't kill.
Yeah.
So I assume Whalefish is just going to go for a substitute. It's an all-around great play. Eddie will probably swap in maybe Ninetales, probably to bring in some snow.
Interesting. So now the Gyarados is in a tough spot. It does just Iron Head. It outspeeds the Tapu Bulu. And the flinch! That's so good for Whalefish here, but again, the Tapu Bulu essentially still full health.
Yeah.
May have gone for the Horn
chip
Leech,
it
right?
down while it can. It may have gone for. I think it might have gone. Wait, it was slower. Oh, did Trick Room end? Yeah, Trick Room ended. So it's actually the other way. Yeah, here comes Ninetales to set up Snow. Ninetales should have an Ice move. Tapu Bulu might have. Is it get? I know for sure it gets close combat.
As now we're just setting up, we're seeding the competition.
Or keeping Tapu Bulu healthy because it is a great answer to cement to a lot of this team.
The Tyranitar will come in, get rid of the snow, and set up their own Sandstorm. And again, these Leech Seed and Rocks hazards are just so good for Whalefish. As now Tyranitar is set up.
Tyranitar is naturally slower, so he does just up for the kill. Nutty is gonna, in a last-ditch effort, try to bring out Ninetales to outspeed it with Arctozolt, most likely. Maybe a Moonblast might do. Moonblast does not do anything.
Aurora Veil. So yeah, both Pokemon opting to instead set up that Aurora Veil, decreasing the damage of the Tyranitar. But because Tyranitar got that second Dragon's Dance, it's in the position
to not looking good. It is not looking. Oh, but it does, unless it freeze. No. Yeah, no, Whalefish is looking very good here. It knows knockoff, so it might just straight up kill Slowking. Arctozolt is an answer, but I don't think Arctozolt knows. Arctozolt does know low kick, technically, but I doubt Nuttier brought it in this matchup. If he did, he might be a genius.
Low kick is pretty good against.
Either way, Tyranitar outspeeds this though. Yeah. So Arctozolt will be having to live a hit and take damage.
I mean, it should live, right? We saw knockoff, high horsepower. Yeah. We saw all 4 moves. So it should be living. Oh, no, we didn't see all 4 moves. I thought it was the one that used Stealth Rock. Stone Edge is the last move. We saw that last match. So they did. Whalefish did keep Stone Edge on the Tyranitar after getting burned by a last series.
But apparently, Arctozolt is faster.
Yeah, I would imagine that Slush Rush and Choice Scarf combined.
I don't know about that. Maybe it's just low speed investment T-Tyre, which would make more sense.
I have T-Tyre with 0 speed, and it's still outspeeding with just a Choice Scarf.
Well, Arctozolt is 2 times speed.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Statistical Spear comes in. Arctozolt has no more turns of snow here. He can't come in again because of rocks, so he'll just be sacking Arctozolt here. Rotom.
The overheat miss.
Does Volt Switch not kill it? Oh, Volt Switch does not kill it because of Aurora Veil. That makes it very awkward for Whalefish.
So the only facing down a Slowking, this is usually only running Scald as its main damage dealer, correct? does opt to
Yeah.
set up the chilly reception. So now they are playing in snow, but I don't know if the Slow King will be able to face down
This is
5.
over for Nadir, unfortunately. Yeah, unless Burn, no, not possible. Very well played by Whalefish this time around. Both looking, each one of them has been looking a bit one-sided. They set up D-Dance, they kill, or they make
Who would have thought setup moves pretty good?
plus attack plus speed equals good move. Whoa, that's the second match. I wonder what Nutty will be changing up here. He will not. I doubt he will bring in out Eldegoss, but I do expect. I don't even know if Corsola comes out. Smeargle is a very good play here. I'm expecting same teams. I don't know how much Whalefish would change his stuff up. He made some swaps to make it work. Overall, he just played better this time around. Tapu Bulu's Leech Seed strategy worked. I think he put more defense investment on it. I assume so. We didn't really get to see much else here. Gastrodon probably had the same set, maybe with more special attack investment.
I'm convinced that is Sandforce Gastrodon.
That
I'm convinced. You cannot prove me otherwise unless Willfish says it wasn't, but I'm convinced it was Sandforce Gastrodon.
So alone, with just max special attack, it can kill. So it did 84%. It could be Sandforce, and then it would have to... I can't say anything for certain.
I'm a believer.
If he did do Sandforce, he would have to... He doesn't need any special attack investment to kill there. But he probably does have some just in case to kill it from full. It'll be interesting to see.
Well, again, so two very opposite looking games, as you said. One with the Tyranitar sweep, excuse me, the other with a Mega Gyarados sweep, as we do see the Eldegoss making an appearance.
Oh, you sent it?
Oh, I can send it to you now.
Please. Eldegoss is making an appearance?
Eldegoss is making an appearance. Same team composition here coming in from Whalefish. However, again, the only main difference, Eldegoss is here. So now we've seen Nadir bring all 3, I believe, separate Pokemon. I don't know if he has any
every
other
single mon. Yeah, nah, that's it. He's used every single mon in his extra. Whalefish has used his good ones. Eldegoss does have Regenerator. I think it might have some like Spore abilities or Spore moves, status moves. Yeah, it does have Effect Spore, but it's gonna be Regenerator most likely. It'll be good for helping tank hits from probably Melmetal, Tapu Bulu, and Gastrodon. Whalefish opts for Chandelure. This could be Specs or Scarf most likely. Shadow Ball comes out. It is 100% Specs.
Yeah, the one-hit KO on a, I'm assuming bulky Slowking. Was hoping to set up that chilly reception, I'm sure.
That is 100% a roll. Slowking also did not have any special, or not much special defense investment. Chandelure is locked into that Shadow Ball. Nadir might take this chance. But Whalefish has to swap because Nadir's gonna Mega
Dark type, yeah.
And then it will resist Ghost. So Nadir's gonna offer a D-Dance here 100%. Here comes Bulu. We're gonna see if he put any...
Oh, but he didn't Mega!
He did not Mega.
What? So the Leech Seed does miss, which is disastrous, I think, for this.
This Bulu is better into the Tapu Bulu matchup, actually. But that does not kill, so maybe it was a misplay overall.
But you still outspeed. This one kind of guaranteed to kill.
Every single thing on his team unless Rotom he has Scarf, which could be a possibility. This is a kill. Aura swap. Willfish might use this chance to bring in Melmetal, which could be a good play. Rotom Heat would also be a decent play.
It just stays in
Or
and
he
opts
just
to
opts
stack
to
the
stack,
Lulu.
stack it. He keeps momentum here, brings out the Rotom. Probably gonna slow pivot with Volt Switch. Oh, he's faster.
I think that means probably
that
a
is
Scarf.
That is a Scarfed Rotom. Which does mean that Rox is free against Willfish's team. We'll see if Nuttier gets to even set them up, though. As Willfish takes the lead in KOs here.
And those are two pretty big threats now gone from Nuttier, right? Now you're really only concerned about that Stack Attacka and potentially the Slush Rush, but what the Ice and Electric type is kind of weak into the rest of Whalefish's roster. You still have that Scarfed, or that Spec Chandelure. You have Scarfed Rotom with, I'm assuming, Overheat, and a Melmetal, which I believe would resist both of these types, correct?
Yeah, so Nuttier has to pivot around to bring out Stack Attacka to sweep, and that's his main chance of winning here. He might be able to get more chip with Arctozolt, but it is in a rough position for him. Eldegoss probably gonna hit him with a
effect spore. Yeah, probably not paralyzation, maybe a spore.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't think he has spore, so it might be a stun. Might just be a pivot. Okay.
Yeah, instead again probably baiting out that double iron bash, right, as that steel type would one shot the Eldegoss, which is fairy, I believe, correct? Fairy.
No, Eldegoss is not fairy.
Oh, it's just grass. Oh, excuse me.
Oh no, it does not. Wait, let me see. 252. No matter what, Eldegoss just dies to them. So he does have to force a swap.
Oh.
And
even
Melmetal does
through the
pretty
Aura
much
Veil
sweep Nuttier's team here. Aurora Veil. Oh yeah, that was to the Aura.
And the Brick Break.
Weakness policy. He used Trick Room. This is Nuttier's moment, pretty much.
The Stack Attacka has to pretty much one-shot everything here.
And he has 4 turns to do it. He does not kill Melmetal, though.
We'll have to bank on the Iron Defense.
Yeah.
We'll get one more turn here.
Body Press.
Body Press should kill.
Yeah.
Now. But now you had to waste a turn of Trick Room.
Yeah.
And the Chandelure swap makes it immune to the fighting.
He is in a very bad position right now, so it makes sense because Willfish just keeps advantage. Chandelure doesn't outspeed right now. We'll have to see if he has a...
It should just tank anything, right? The last move had to be Gyro Ball.
No. Willfish just has to wait out Trick Room and it's over for Nuttier.
Yeah.
So it's GG here.
Yeah, and unless the Eldegoss sweep. But the Recover on top makes it a little tough here. I don't even know what moves this Eldegoss can be running. The game has no clue.
Maybe?
Giga Drain, that's one of them.
Giga Drain, yeah, Nuttier just gave up.
Yeah. It takes a double Iron Bash?
Yeah.
And Rapid Spin. So it's the Rapid Spinner with Giga Drain.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, Nuttier does have the lowest cost team in the league, so he has to make some major predictions to get in some of his sweepers and sweep. So yeah,
well, so does Whalefish, right?
Whalefish
aren't these guys both like the 2 lowest?
Mm-hmm. I think him, Riley, and Nuttier, yeah. Melmetal is very, very good in this matchup.
Yeah, it's
a lot harder for Nuttier.
Yeah, because you pretty much have to bank on Gyarados with an Earthquake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a flinch off of a Waterfall or Iron Head, but like this Melmetal is so tough for Nuttier to deal with. Even in that first game, that Melmetal almost lived long enough to take out that Gyarados. So this is the Pokemon that Nuttier needs to try to find that adaptation to, because otherwise Whalefish right now has these solutions, has the Ghost type to avoid Body Press, has the Tyranitar to set up Sandstreams, get rid of the snow. It's looking very, very difficult right now for Nuttier in this matchup, as I did get the next link here. We're going immediately into the next match.
And you sent me Lily.
Yep.
Thank you.
I think this is the same one. It's the same, or it is different because now we have Corsola in instead of that Eldegoss. But
Now he's going back to his first team. Corsola didn't really see much action in the first one, so we'll see what it has to bring to the table this time.
so it does have cursed body. So maybe
it's gonna be a tank with like strength sap, pretty much. It should be able to wall one of his physical attackers, hopefully. Yeah, now you go straight out into the Gyarados to try to hope for a sweep.
And I would assume D-Dance Mega here, correct? Because you know the Tyranitar has Stone Edge.
Well, Gyarados is faster technically, I believe. So I think Willfish either might try to get Chip here, or he will swap out into a better choice. Nadir will most likely click D-Dance or try to gain momentum by also doing a swap. They both stay in, it looks like.
Both opting to Mega. Gyarados just hits them, and the Stone Edge will come through no longer super
I was talking
effective.
About, but yeah, Nadir does not opt for the D-Dance, which is good because I don't think it would have killed. So this will just be a good trade for Nadir most likely. But Willfish does swap out into Melmetal. Some good chip on Melmetal. I don't think he can do anything against Melmetal in this situation, though. Might try to get more chip on it.
Tanked that hit.
Does Arctozolt. Yeah, Arctozolt does resist Thunder Punch and Bash as well, but I think it still might die to it. Volt Beak does a lot of damage. It dies to.
I'm wondering what item is being ran on this Melmetal. You think it's Salt Vest?
AV is an option. Leftovers is not an option because it doesn't say. It's not banded, so probably AV or a berry. Yeah.
Well, what berry would it just resist a ground or fighting move then? Maybe the fighting move because of the stack attacka?
Yeah, I think the berry is a lot less likely than AV in this situation. But also, Nadir's main attackers are all physical, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe very interesting.
Maybe an expert bout.
Oh, that would make sense. We do see the Slowking coming in, probably just to sack. Might try to get a Scald off, to be honest. Won't do a whole lot, but that burn will be so effective into this Melmetal.
Yeah, either that or he just goes for a slow pivot here. Because I don't think Melmetal does a lot of damage here, so Willfish might just be swapping out as well. A Scald could be great here, though. It might be worth the risk.
Does swap out to the Bulu, sets up the Grassy Terrain.
And here comes the pivot, yep.
Yeah. So now you have the Grassy Terrain up, you know the snow's coming in. Do you think the Bulu just swaps back into the Mega T-Tar here? Get rid of the snow? No, instead just opts for the substitute.
Yeah, Corsola's main trick is Will-O-Wisp and Strength Sap and trapping it. So it's a weird position for Corsola here. It's a tank.
Oh, Corsola it's not a tank! It's not a tank, Chad. It used Calm Mind.
It's definitely a tank. Shadow Ball. How much does Shadow Ball even do here? It will kill Substitute. So
we'll keep killing Substitute, but Tapu Bulu will just keep pressing Substitute and take no damage.
Yeah, it's a weird position for Nadir here, that's for sure.
Do you just go for a second Calm Mind? Because why not? No, you kind of have to
keep.
Yeah.
Because you don't benefit from it, because you're just hitting a Substitute. He might be just trying to get a put. Bulu is slowly losing health. But Corsola is also not gaining anything.
How, in the words of Serenite Chain Gang, how long will this go on? That's why they pay me the money, folks. That's why I'm here.
Anyway. I just don't think Nadir wants to deal with a substitute, so he's just going to sack Corsola to keep the substitute out of this game.
I mean, the Tapu Bulu can do it 10 more times. Oh, they
Pretty.
just swapped to
Oh, they opt for
Tyranitar.
a swap. That's good. Shadow Ball does not do
Nothing.
anything. And Tyranitar will be able to KO Corsola. I'm sure it's faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
So overall, a good choice because Willfish keeps it healthy.
So
And
I guess
but
my question is
Nadir does get his swap.
why
What?
didn't he do that earlier?
Uh, maybe just waiting for it to be closer in range. Doesn't want to risk a Will-O-Wisp going off. I think they were just scared of making harder choices.
You ever notice that Tyranitar's chest kind of looks like a angry face? Little little
It is a
eyebrows
little
here.
angry
Like
face.
the eye is like
Yeah.
scream. Oh, I guess that's Pupitar, right? Because
Gyarados
that's.
comes out. Kinda, yeah. Wait, actually, yeah, that is just a
Oh,
big
chat! I'm
Pupitar.
learning. I'm learning Pokemon.
Gyarados just clicks Waterfall here and kills.
True.
So Willfish might just opt for.
Go back to Tapu Bulu.
He opts for a sack. Bulu would have been a decent choice here because he would have lived at Iron Head. But
With
here
this,
comes your time.
this may be Scarf still.
It is
Has the
Scarf. I
oh, it is
believe.
Scarfed. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Volt
Volt Switch
Switch comes
comes.
out. There's a lot. So that definitely has some special attack investment. And he opts for the Chandelure. Chandelure knows Energy Ball here. Would have KO'd. He goes for the Shadow
Oof.
Ball knowing that that would have happened because Slowking is also weak to Ghost. Ninetales opts to set up screens again. Not looking great for Nadir, but he does have his two sweepers out. It does live an Energy Ball, so he can get a D-Dance here, which I think he might opt for as a risky move.
But would the D-Dance then outspeed the Scarfed Rotom? Because the Rotom should kill with an electric move, right?
It would not outspeed the Rotom. That is true. So
do you think he just clicks?
might just click a move.
No,
He
the
does go for the
greed pays
D-Dance.
off.
Yeah, because Iron Head should kill.
Oh, the
Oh, the
crit!
crit. I think the crit mattered.
I think it did as well.
Oh, it was
close.
It was a roll still, but like it was still in Nadir's favor there. That's why the D-Dance was still a good option.
Yeah.
But yeah, he can't bring out Rotom because I don't think it KOs here now. Yeah, Volt Switch does not KO, so Nadir's in a good position here.
And you don't have the Tyranitar to set up your Sand Force Gastrodon.
Yeah, Gastrodon probably. Gastrodon might be able to Wallace and do some Rocky Helmet damage to wait out Aurora Veil, but Aurora Veil will last 5 turns here.
And the grassy terrain is actually helping Gyarados now. It lost the flying type, so it's now essentially having a free leftovers here on Whalefish. But yeah, the Gastrodon with Recover will fully heal that waterfall damage.
Yeah.
So I guess
52% here.
We may see. Yeah, Crunch will come out as well. Still doing very minimal.
Gastrodon
This Gastrodon
Wallace, yeah.
is
and
tanky.
Gastrodon beats the Akataka here. I don't think this kills though. Still. But Gastrodon does not have a way to kill this, so he should just click D-Dance another time.
Yeah. That guarantees the outspeed. I guess it already does guarantee the outspeed.
But yeah. Scald does not burn. We are not seeing cheese besides that one Iron Head.
And one more turn of the Aura Veil. So if the Gastrodon does somehow live this, no, it will die.
No,
oh, the Rocky Helmet kills!
Rocky Helmet, yeah. So that puts Willfish in a very good position here.
Yeah, because there's no more Aura Veil.
Pretty much what Nadir had to click D-Dance earlier in the matchup in order to win the game. I don't see a very good outcome coming up here for Nadir unless
I would assume another Volt Switch, yeah.
But Volt Switch does a lot of damage. He probably just swaps in Melmetal, yeah.
The Scald can burn? Crit?
Crit?
Ooh.
No burn.
Well, the Slowking outspeeds his Melmetal, right?
It is fast. Oh. The base speed of Melmetal is faster, so it depends on Nadir's EVs. Yeah, so Melmetal is faster.
Yeah. But dives to the
But Rocky
thunder.
helmet.
This is close. This is close.
I think
Can
Sakataka just dies to an overheat though.
oh true.
Oh no, maybe not. We'll have to see, I guess.
It says 3-hit KO for me.
It just has a very weak special defense. I think it does it. Trick.
Choice Scarf Iron Defense.
GG.
Oh no!
That is crazy.
So we did know that the Rotom was Scarf. The Chandelure with Flamethrower will then outspeed.
I think that's it, right? 3-1.
Yeah.
Whalefish won. Whalefish is the champion. That was
Congratulations,
very well played by
Whalefish. Can we drag him in? Do we want to drag him in? I would
We can
assume
drag
so.
him Hey,
Yeah, here,
why
let
not?
me drag him in here. One
We'll have to ask
second.
him about Sandforce.
Yeah, real. Okay. Hang on. Hello, Mr. Fish.
Hello.
Congratulations on your win of Aurora Pokemon Season 2.
Thank you.
How are you feeling after this very exciting win?
I wasn't feeling great after game 1, but I had 3 teams prepared, so I was like, all right, I gotta deal with this Gyarados.
Yeah.
The first team actually was Life Orb Gastrodon, but
Wait, with Sandforce? With Sandforce?
no, it had Storm Drain because I didn't realize that I mean
Ballbreaker.
the remaining 3 games I did bring Sandforce.
I told you!
Oh
I
my
told
God.
you!
Oh my god!
The first game it was Storm Drain Life Orb Gastrodon because I did not realize that Mega Gyarados got Mold Breaker.
Me too. And you had to message me.
And I was like, okay, I need to deal with this Gyarados somehow. Also, my Tapu Bulu in the first game was Scarfed, and I switched it to, so that's why I got one shot by Iron Head.
Yeah.
And the next 2 games, I just switched it to max HP at max defense.
Yeah, makes sense.
For the next
There's
2
at
games.
least one Iron Head, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what we were saying. We were saying, you kind of had to come up with that strategy to beat that Gyarados, and you clearly did. Again, that first match into that second match were 2 very opposite games, right? With each of you kind of full sweeping with a Pokemon. What were kind of your strategies? Again, obviously you had to adapt after that first match. We saw a lot of creativity as well, like you said, that Sandforce Gastrodon, trying the Scarf on Tapu Bulu. What are some of those decisions behind those cookings? I guess I'd say, and is that partially to show how good of a player Nuttier is, that you have to kind of try some of these more outlandish strategies to really catch him on surprise.
Yeah, honestly, looking back on it, the Scarf Bulu, the only thing it would really outspeed is Ninetales and
Yeah.
Gyarados before it Dragon Dances. But I'm never going to get Tapu Bulu on the field before Gyarados gets a Dragon Dance off, so that was kind of like, that ended up being kind of useless. I will say this is definitely the match I prepared for the most. Every other game this season,
as one would hope.
Yeah.
Every other game this season, I had one team, and then if I lost game 1, I would switch things up a little bit. But this one, I did some prep yesterday. I did some prep today. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make 3 different teams, all with. I don't remember what exactly was on the last one. I didn't bring the last one. It was Sub Melmetal.
Oh,
you had some Melmetal on a different one too. What item were you bringing on Melmetal this time around?
Assault Vest.
It was AV.
I was 2 for 2. I was 2 for 2, baby. Don't say sleeping on the job. Sorry. Well, yeah. Again, congratulations. Now joining that elite crowd of champions in and winning with your Chandelure, of course. Your team mascot has to feel good, right?
Yeah.
How does it feel knowing that next season you're gonna start with 6 points?
Yeah,
I was about to say it's gonna be really nice getting my budget slashed again. Except this time probably even more than last time.
And I'm assuming he's not gonna change. Well, I have no clue what's going on in the Eaters
I
head
think
right
because I
now.
think I had 70 budget this time, and another year had 55.
You'll
So
probably have like
he'll probably cut
65.
me down to like 60 or something.
Yeah, we'll see how things turn out.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm sure you'll do very, very well. Regardless, I'm sure making playoffs or even further again. So, especially if you play as well as you have been this season and in particular this match. So, Derek, any final questions or comments for Whalefish? Whalefish, I guess I'd say, who's the MVP of your team tonight? If you had to pick one, obviously,
Tonight,
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
definitely Bulu. I think
Yeah, Tank
I knew
Boo
Nuttier
is
was
really
going to
good.
bring Ironhead
Mm-hmm.
on his Gyarados because he did it in our last match. Um, I did not realize in our last match that Gyarados had Ironhead until he used it.
Me neither.
But
Me neither.
I was very worried this last game when I brought out Gastrodon that his last move was Power Whip instead of Crunch.
Yeah, I was thinking about Power Up more than I thought about Iron Head. I thought as yeah.
Because he also, I believe, ran Power Whip in our last match.
Oh.
So I was expecting that to come out. I was expecting to just lose this last one to +2 Mega Gyarados as it swept my team with Power Whip and Waterfall. But
Yeah, I thought he was at a good moment, and then I realized Rocky Helmet was
you know,
existing way too much.
I thought I was doomed. I did not even register the Rocky Helmet. I saw the Gyarados die, and I was like, "Wait, what happened?"
Man, Gastrodon's been a goat for you. Holy.
Gastrodon has been a go for me across this season.
And last too.
You know,
Holy.
I just realized I brought Gastrodon both seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And Chandelure both seasons, correct?
Did I have Chandelure last season?
I thought so.
It feels like
I don't remember.
Chandelure is so iconic for you that it feels like you've always had it. But I don't even remember what team you ran last
I had
season.
Hydreigon last season.
Oh, they look the same. They're both Gen 5.
They're both Gen 5, so true.
They're both
Mm.
purple and black.
That is true, actually.
Little different nodes on them. Anyway, Derek, any other final questions before we send everyone on their way tonight?
I think we've done pretty good. Willfish prepped really well. Well, he prepped before the match, so he had a perfect team lined up to like set him up for success afterwards. It was a good series overall. I think it was a good time.
And I'm sure Nuttier is breathing a sigh of relief that he doesn't have to cut down his budget too much more.
The 45 budget is not going to exist.
But
He's
anyway,
probably still gonna cut it a little bit.
yeah, probably just a
I
little
hope
bit.
not.
Anyway, that does it for us here at the desk and the cast. Once again, congratulations to Whalefish. If you're in the Pokemon aspect here at Aurora, please pay attention. I know Nuttier has an announcement, already has plans coming for that next season for a few mini tournaments and everything as well. So it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned on that department. Either way, I've been FlamboJambo, joined by RektCactus, and everybody have a great... Oh, hang on. Mr.
Hello.
Nuttier's here himself.
Do you have any remarks for next season or anything you want to say to the chat?
I'm just here because I want to announce the next mini tournament. I put this in writing and it'll be out in a second, but I thought I'd announce it on stream because we got a huge 7 people watching.
My goats.
But anyway, there will soon be, probably sometime in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to be running a miniature deaf tournament. What I mean by deaf is there will be no communication with your partner. It will be 2v2 doubles. Once the battle starts, once you're in the team select screen, you are not allowed to communicate with your partner. The goal of this is just to have some fun. It's going to be a pretty chill tournament. It's going to be pretty small, only a few battles. But this format I've seen done before, and it's always really fun because it kind of gets a little crazy because you don't know what your partner is going to select. So I will put out an announcement soon along with a sign-up form, and I hope people sign up for that. It should be a lot of fun.
Sounds fun.
Awesome. Yeah, so go sign up for the Def 2v2 tournament. More information I'm sure will be in announcements and on that form. So, and again, any questions, reach out to Glarb, aka Nuttier, aka your second place Aurora Season 2 finisher. Sorry, I just had to add that one on there. But again, I've been FlamboJambo, joined by RektCactus, and from all of us here at Aurora Esports, have a great night. And we may see you tomorrow for more Overwatch action, but have a good night. Stay safe, stay healthy. Good night, everybody.